we have talked about like what is microeconomics and about the definitions of economics. I have told you that father of economics is Adam Smith, and some economists, different economists has given different definitions of economics. Now, that day I told that I will start the chapter of statistics. Now see, its introduction like of statistics. First is collection of data. Collection of data. Now collection of data. First we have to know, before going to this, we have to know what do you mean by data? Data means information. Information about about data means information. Now collection of data means like income, national income. We will collect according to the year. Yearly we yearly we count income, national income. Like in which year we have, if we count like last year 2019, what is the national income? We will get a data. In 2020, how much it is? We will get an information. That means we will collect data. Like now, if we see number of students in this school, we will see this is also a collection of data. How many students are there in class 9, 10? This is also a data. And means we are gathering information of classes. How many students are there accordingly in class 9, 10, any other. Or we will see, we will compare, like in this school it is there are this many students enrollment. Total number of students in St. Teresa school is like almost 500 plus. Like in that school, in another school you take it like St. Mary's school, we will take that their number of students is like 550. If you say these are the collection of data, means how much we are gathering information from one school or another school, we are comparing. These are data. Now we will see collection of data are of two types. From where sources. Now we will see sources. From where we collect. How do we collect information? From where we can collect, how we can collect information. Now there are two types, primary and secondary. Primary data and secondary data. Now primary data means individually you go to a place and gather the information. Like personally you go. Like I am taking a survey that how many students are there in schools, number of schools. Like I have taken 5 number of schools like St. Teresa or Don Bosco or St. Mary's, St. Marian's, St. Paul's. I have taken 5 number of schools in my information, in my survey. So now I will go personally to each school. Like I will go to St. Teresa first. Like in my list I have taken St. Teresa first. So I will go to St. Teresa school. I will meet principal sir. Then I will gather the knowledge that how many students are enrolled in the St. Teresa school. Second, like that I will go personally. You go personally and you ask about the or gather about the information that how many students are enrolled in your school. Next, I will gather again the data from the schools I have taken in the list. Like that, I have gathered personally. This is the thing when you investigate. Like, and secondary data is already existing. Data is already existed. Like in a economic survey, we know that every year we get a financial budget. Yes or no? So like that, these data are already existed. Like 2018, the annual budget was this much. Second budget, like economic, like survey, it is a survey of this one, national income budget. So we will gather knowledge of previous data already we have. If we search in the Google or something nowadays, students are very much what to say, quick in searching knowledge. So if we search, if we need, if we go in a survey, we'll ask, we'll know that already the national income, or sorry, the annual budget every year, since it is what to say, we have a annual budget each every year. So we will get whenever we search in somewhere or we go, we will already get an existing data that we have, that in 2018 the budget we took, the government took, is this much crore. In 2019 is this much crore. Wherever it is, the expenditure is renovated. Okay. In 2020, how much? So it is when it is planned in March 2000. In March we used to get that annual budget. Okay. So these are already existed. Secondary means the data already existed. We will go in a survey. But primary data are we used to go personally, meet the people, and according to the questions we will ask, and these are the data we collect. Okay. Now study in your book. There is the difference between primary data and secondary data. If you go through it, you will get to know what are the differences I have said. If you don't understand, please ask me tomorrow. Now, methods of collection of data. There are some ways of collecting data. These are the sources how we can collect. Now, methods. One is direct personal investigation. Second is indirect personal investigation. Before going to it, we have to know some more concepts. Okay. First is, what is investigator? What is enumerator? And another is informants or respondents. Investigator. Investigator means the person who designs, who makes the design of statistical inquiry. Like I have said that primary source, about the primary source. I want to collect how many students are enrolled in these 5 schools. I have said the list like St. Teresa School, St. Mary School. I have taken some more, some 3 more schools. Now, investigator means I am the investigator. I have planned accordingly. I have made the question paper like you used to give when you give exam like that. I make a question paper accordingly what I am going to ask. So investigator, I went to investigate what's going on. Okay, these are the investigator. I am the investigator. Now enumerator means the person who visits the source of information and collects the necessary information. In investigator, it's like I have seen a problem. I will guide some more. I will guide some more students or my people, my friends that go and see, go and investigate what's the problem is. Might not be only, it is not necessary that I have to go. I can say some of my friends to go and investigate what's going on. Enumerator means the one who visits. Like if I want to know how many students are enrolled in your school, so the one who went and talked to the principal, it is enumerator. It's not necessary that I should be the one. It might be my friend or whom I enrolled. Okay, it is not necessary. So the enumerator means the one who visits personally. And informants or respondents. Here, when I come, like I have given an example that how many students are enrolled in your school, I will come and ask principal sir. So the enumerator is me and respondents is the principal sir. He will respond that we have this much of students enrolled in our school. Okay. Now investigator means the one who go to the place where the problem is arising. You will get to know, you will study the thing. This is called investigator. It is not necessary that I have to go personally. I can enroll someone or you can enroll your friend. Okay. Enumerator means the one who go personally and ask to the person about the information. Okay, when gathering. And respondent means the one who is to whom I am asking, the one who is responding my questions. Okay. Now the methods. Methods are one I have said direct personal investigation. Direct personal means same like you will go directly personally myself. If I have seen a problem, I will go personally. If I have seen that if I take you as an example, that you are facing a problem in a maths. Okay, you are facing a problem in a maths. Then I will go personally to you. What happened? Like that, investigation is when you are collecting some data about some place, or you will go personally to the respondents. You will personally go, you will investigate, you will collect the data. Okay, this is direct personal. Indirect how will I say? Like direct is I will go directly. Indirectly means I will not go directly to the respondent. Okay, I will not go directly. I will ask someone through phone or something. Like enrolled in your school. Okay, direct means I will go directly. Indirectly means I will go bypass. Like I will ask someone else. Okay. There again one telephonic interview. Telephonic interview means an interview. Interview is done through telephone. Okay. So when you will, I will ask about the problem through phone, over phone. Like when we talk to each other, over phone. Like we will get an interview through phone. Okay, it is called telephonic interview. Nowadays, many things are there. And according to the advanced technology, we can do this nowadays. So again one is there, mail questionnaire method. Like one I have said direct, one indirect, 3 is telephonic interview. And number 4 is mail questionnaire. Mail questionnaire means suppose I am in a survey. Like wages of labor. Okay, in wages of labor in industry. Okay, now I have made a questionnaire. Questionnaire means questions. A sheet. Questionnaire means a sheet having questions. Okay. Now I will mail this. I think so you have heard about mails, Gmail and all. I think you have heard. So we can mail. Since like we used to mail a letter or something, so nowadays we can mail something. So like I want to investigate, I want to know information about someone. I am far away from this place, so I need information about this school. So what I will do, that I will mail the questionnaire. What I have said, the number of questions I will mail to the principal sir, that I will be helpful if you fill up the questions related. Okay, I will mail that questionnaire to ask the information or data. Okay, like this is the case. In a survey, I have done a survey. I will directly mail to the sir. Okay, mail to the sir that I need information about this school. Please mail it. Okay, this is the thing. Mail questionnaire method. Now get to know, I have taught like what do you mean by collection of data. Second is what are the sources of data. Third is how many types of data. Fourth is what do you mean by investigator, enumerator and respondent. Third is what are the difference between primary source and secondary source. Again, I have taught of what are the methods of collection of data. Now, I will go with schedule and questionnaire. Now, our next topic is difference between schedule and questionnaire. I have said questionnaire means sheets of questions. So schedule and questionnaire both are sets of questions. Sets of questions. Okay, there are only this is the similarity between schedule and questionnaire. Okay, this is the difference between set of schedule and questionnaire. In questionnaire, what we do, only the difference in questionnaire. In questionnaire, we collect, we make a set of questions. I have said, since schedule and questionnaire are same, questionnaire means sets of questions. So I will take a series of questions with myself. I will go personally and I will take the data. I will gather the data. Okay. And in the schedule, what I will say, I have given my set of questions to someone else and I will tell him that go and gather the information or data. Then I will collect from, I collected from him. Means in questionnaire, personally you go. In questionnaire, personally you go, and in schedule, first I will give to the informer to gather knowledge. Then I will take from him. Take from means enumerator. Enumerator is who? Me. So enumerator will take afterwards from the informer. I will tell that collect the data from collect the data accordingly and I will take afterwards. This is schedule. Okay, now I have said since it is a questionnaire, okay, this is the difference. Now next I will go with types of questionnaire. Okay, in a question paper you have seen that when we set for an exam, you used to see that what types of questions we used to set, like short type 1 mark question, 2 mark question, yes or no. So like that in our questionnaire also we used to have some varieties of questions. Like first is multiple choice questions. Multiple choice questions. Multiple choice questions. You have seen that, I think so you didn't go through it, but there are multiple choice. Multiple choice means in a question, I have given you a question like who is the, I have given you a question, who is the Prime Minister of India. Multiple choice means you have 4 choices or 2 choices. Okay, multiple choice. I have given 2 questions. Narendra Modi We have varieties. I can even given you C or D. Means I have given you 4 choices. Accordingly, means from here only one is correct. This is called multiple choice. Okay, now again we have number 1 is multiple choice. Second is simple alternative questions. Simple alternative questions means if I say, like example is do you have a maths book now? Okay, I will give you an option yes or no. You have to answer it yes or no. Like first one is multiple choice question, second is simple alternative questions, third is match the following. Like that we used to have such types of questions like fill up the gaps, fill in the blanks, fill in the blanks. We used to have. Okay, no, sorry. No. Sorry. This is also only 2. Like multiple choice questions and simple alternative questions. Or some we used to have simple questions. We used to. Sorry. This is the third. Simple questions. Like example is what is your name? You have to answer it accordingly. Okay, these are the simple questions. 3 types. One is multiple choice, one is simple alternative, or is simple questions. These are the 3 questions, questionnaire methods or types of questions you are asked in a questionnaire set. This is the thing. Today I will end the class. If you don't understand something or anything, please ask me tomorrow, and I will be grateful if you come. Thank you.